Welcome to another Sunday WOAY ABC4 Community Forum, where we talk to local success stories and community leaders about important information that affects all of us here in Southern West Virginia. I'm your host, Brandy Lawrence, and today we're joined by more distinguished guests, Gary Pack and Bobby Dorado, who's the music director for the Mount Hope Jubilee, and Gary Pack, who is the event committee member for the Mount Hope Jubilee, come to talk about the upcoming Jubilee on September 19th and 20th. Thanks so much for coming to the forum.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's an awesome event. I've talked to you guys, I think the past 2 years for the Mount Hope Jubilee.
Yep.
And this year there are a couple things that are going to be different, but for the people that are not familiar with the Mount Hope Jubilee, can you tell them what it's all about?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead, Bobby.
This is our 34th year of the Mount Hope Jubilee. And when they first started this, it was like an alumni gathering, Jubilee, and a New River Company reunion. New River Company was big in Mount Hope, and it was a sort of a reunion for those miners to come back, and that's how it all started. And then, of course, you know, the mining is all kind of faded out now, but the Jubilee Committee is still going. It's our 34th year. Yeah. This is probably my 10th year with them.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a big feat.
Yep.
And it's a really wonderful event as well. You know, you can go through pretty much Main Street in Mount Hope and you see that there are booths and things everywhere. I believe last year you all did have like the Mount Hope Lions Club kind of set up there, kind of having a little reunion in their stage set up with live music.
Yep.
Of course, there can't be a Southern West Virginia event without live music. And as the music director, you got all that information.
It's all, we're ready to go. Yeah, yeah. You mentioned the Lions Club. They will be back this year, with their world famous barbecue. So the Lions Club will be back. And as far as music goes, we'll actually start on Friday night where the alumni get together, and we're going to start at 5 o'clock this year. And I'm going to be the DJ this year, once again. In the first hour, we decided we're going to do a Motown tribute. We're going to do a tribute to Motown for the first hour. And at 6 o'clock, I have a gospel, will be some gospel music by Karen James Buckland. She's been singing with us for probably the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I can't have a Jubilee without Karen. And then did it 7 till 9. We'll switch it over, do some little rock and roll, and do some oldies. And 9 o'clock, we got fireworks again this year. Mount Hope Fire Department's coming up with fireworks at 9 o'clock. That'll wrap up Friday. Saturday, your vendors will come in about 7 or 8 o'clock. We try to get started about 9. My music will start at 11. I have Jimmy Pino coming back this year, and Jimmy will be performing with Ann Arrington Band. Ann's played with us before. She took a couple years off, and now she's back with her band. So we're going to have Jimmy Pino and the Ann Arrington Band from 11 to 1. And then at 1:30, I've got some guys from Charleston coming in. It's called Southern Drawl. And they were there last year. And they'll be back again this year. They'll play from 1:30 to 3. Usually after 3 o'clock, things kind of wind down, settle down, and vendors usually stay till 4. So music's covered. It'll be good.
Awesome. So we got a full lineup of music, so make sure that you get out and see those bands. But I know that this is a big event every year, and it takes a lot of planning. So how has the setup been so far this year?
It's been pretty good so far, and it gets better as it goes along. And so many of the people, they just start contacting us like a week prior to, so it's not real busy yet, but it will do, like I said, just as it goes along, people will start contacting us and everything, and for their setups and whatnot.
Well, we just got through with Oakleaf over here at Oak Hill, and so people kind of wait. They kind of watch the weather and see where they're going to be. But we do need some vendors. Anybody out there that hasn't signed up, we still got plenty of room. We'll get you in there. And people just love to walk streets of Mount Hope, and we've got 3 or 4 blocks roped off there. So we've got plenty of room. We got arts and crafts. We've got T-shirts. We got the biggest part is the food. People love to come and eat. I mean, you see people walking around, but they're eating. But we'll take vendors. We still got room for them.
Awesome, and I'm glad you brought that up too, because I was going to ask if you all Still had some room.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You've got a phone number. You put a phone number out there and get in contact with Patty, and we'll get you in.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We'd love to have you.
Another thing neat with ours, what a lot of towns don't do, we decorate our town. So if people just want to drive through at night, where we decorate and I'm sure you've seen them, of our utility lights in town. We got the flags and the banners, and we put the rope lights around each one of them. It just makes a real neat, cozy feeling when you drive through at night and all. So that's another thing. Because a lot of people that don't come through there at night and all, they don't even know about that part of it. So it's just be nice to drive through at night.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't come to Jubilee, just come through Mount Hope some evening,
right.
some night. Gary does a fantastic job. Gary does most of the. He can still climb the ladder, so we get him. But most of the poles are wrapped. Beautiful rope lights. We've got our Jubilee banners. We've got our bows on the pole. Yeah, blue and gold, and just come over some night and hang out.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Mount Hope really is a beautiful little town. So like even just to drive through and just see what's going on there, or actually come to the Jubilee as well, because as you mentioned, the food, it's got good eating, lots of great vendors. I'm sure Dee's Eats will be there this year too. I know that's one of my neighbors. So she's right in the area. So she's always coming out. She came out last year too. I believe, I'm just trying to recollect and tell you guys what I saw last year, so you kind of know a little bit about what to expect. Lemonade, we got some funnel cakes, pizzas, things of that nature. And barbecues as well. Of course, don't miss the Lions Club barbecue as well. And also, if you're a vendor, local vendor, you're looking for something to do that Saturday, September 20th, correct?
September 20th.
September 20th, you need something to do, you want to make a little extra cash, make sure that you get in touch with the Mount Hope Jubilee and become a vendor as well. And you can't not have a Southern West Virginia event without bands and a car show. Right. And there's a couple different things with the car show this year going on, correct?
Yeah, where we usually have the car show next door to the community center, which is the lawn of the old middle school. The middle school was
a middle school.
Yeah, the middle school. Yep. We're changing it down to the Kilsyth Free Will Baptist Church on the that would be the south end of town. It's across the street from Gino's Pizza, so it's right there in the bottom. It's easy to find. We've got lots of parking down there. That's one reason we're putting it down there, so get some more parking and whatnot. And some of the guys were afraid of driving over into the lawn, thinking their cars might drag and whatnot. So we're doing it down there. We've had it there once before, and it turned out really good. Mm-hmm. We've had a couple of car shows there actually, and it turned out real well. So we're going to do that again. And and also down at the church, we now have a picnic shelter, pavilion, whatever. So if it's a hot sunny day, there's all the shade, and it's a large shelter we've built. So that makes another nice thing for that. And also, we're going to be having a hot dog sale there at the church. So all the people come to the car show and whatnot, they'll have food there. In addition to Gino's, because Gino's gets a lot of business that day, and so excuse me. And in addition to that, the car show, there will be games for the children and stuff there at the church, and it's also where we do our rubber ducky race. Right there, we dump them in right there at the bridge that goes down by the church, and so there'll be quite a few activities going on there along with the car show also.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, that's good to know. So make sure that you bring the kids out as well and keep them entertained with the rubber ducky race.
Yeah.
Right.
How much is it to enter the rubber ducky race?
I think the tickets are $5, and usually the winner's like a $500 in a pot that they win. So.
Awesome. Spend $5, get a chance to win $500. So I mean, you can't beat that.
No.
Can't beat that.
I think the Oak Hill Soccer League is sponsoring that rubber
I
dam?
think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're letting them take care of that. So so we're not well versed on that, but Chris Logan, who's Patty's son, he is a soccer coach over at Oak Hill. So he's kind of spearing that up there to help out the Oak Hill soccer team.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
So, you mean you have a chance to win some extra money, put in your $5, get $500, and also help out the Oak Hill Soccer League. So, win-win for everybody.
Sure.
Make sure you do
Are
that.
we having any other raffles?
Yeah,
going on?
the Lions Club's going to do a half and half raffle, 50-50 raffle. I think they're going to try to start Friday night and carry it over into Saturday. Probably do the drawing about 2 o'clock on Saturday. So it'll be a 50-50 thing. And then back to Friday night, our Jubilee committee will be selling hot dogs there. I don't know if there'll be any more food vendors that night, but there will be some vendors set up, arts, crafts, toys, and all that good stuff. So there will be some activity going on Friday night, not just around the stage, but there'll be a couple blocks that will still have some people out there. So.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well, make sure you go see the Mount Hope Events Committee too for their hot dog
so
sale.
you can eat Friday, you can eat Saturday, you can eat all day. So.
If it's one thing we like to do in West Virginia, it's eat.
It's
so
eat.
we're going to make sure we got some food.
There you go.
And also I want to mention on the car show, we'll be giving the top 30 trophies, and then we'll have the specialty trophies for like People Choice, Mayor Choice, Club Choice, and whatnot. So I think can't recall if we'll have either 4 or 5 specialty trophies in addition to the 30. And we'll also be doing 50-50 drawing there for at the car show itself.
Great. So multiple opportunities to win some prizes or win a trophy. And for the car show, can people just show up to enter? They just make sure they're in the lineup, or do they need to get in touch with you guys ahead of time?
They can just show up. That's all they need. A lot of people contact us and all to get the date and whatnot. Yeah, they just have to show up. And anybody wants to drive their classic cars in the parade, we always welcome them to do that, and we want them to do it. You know, so, and also, speaking of that, after the parade, it's going to be easy for them to get back to the car show because they just simply have to take the left right there and go right to the church instead of driving all the way back through town to get to the show. So that will make it easier too, and I think it will bring more people out by having easier access like that.
Yeah, we just talked about letting the old cars go first. We've put them in line in between the bands and the floats and stuff, and so some of the older cars will kind of heat up, and I know a lot of guys they don't like that. So we're thinking about putting them up front, putting them in first, letting them go all the way through, and they got a great place to park, turn off at the church, and the church is going to be a fantastic place. I mean, it's a paved lot, great facility. I think the car show is going to work out real well down there.
And we'll also have parking down there at the church besides the car show. We'll have the parking lot itself roped off for the car show, which it's normally open and all, but we've still got the plenty grass lots down there for people to park on and whatnot that's going to and from the parade that's participating in the parade and all. So there'll still be plenty of parking down there for them, and also just people coming to the event. There'll be plenty of parking there also for them because we will make sure everybody has plenty of parking. And also I want to mention that I didn't a little while ago that Jamie Pritt, West Virginia Car Club, he'll be doing our show for us. And also in addition to doing the 50-50 there and all, we'll have the oldies music that he'll be playing throughout the car show all day.
Awesome. So great bunch of information, and we're about to end off on our first break. Hopefully we got that contact information at the bottom of the screen so you guys know to get in touch with. That phone number is for Patty Logan. She's the head of the events committee for Mount Hope. She's probably the best person to talk to about anything that you need to know. She's the lady in charge. Yeah. And also you can get in touch with them by email at mounthopejubilee@gmail.com. But thank you guys so much for the first half of our community forum talking about Mount Hope Jubilee. Make sure that you come back after the break. We're going to get into more details about how you can get involved.
Thank you.
Thank you. to Sunday Community Forum. I'm here with Music Director Bobby Dorado and Event Committee Member Gary Pack, and we're talking about the Mount Hope Jubilee kicking off on September 19th and continuing through September 20th. Now, when we went off to break, we were talking a little bit about the car show and the parade. We're getting more into the parade. It starts at 10 a.m. that Saturday, correct?
Correct.
And you all still have some openings for people to join in if they would like to?
Sure. Anybody that wants to come to be in the parade, they're welcome to it, whether it's floats, classic cars,
four-wheelers,
side-by-sides, four-wheelers,
motorcycles,
we just,
scooters,
the more the better.
Walkers. We'll take them all. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of beauty queens out there too. They're usually doing their rounds around this season.
Hopefully we get some queens in. Yep.
Yeah. Come on out, the queens.
Yep,
Like
the
I know you
queens.
love events. Come on out.
And speaking of that, there will be the beauty contest this year again.
I think they're having a Mount Hope beauty. Yeah, I think it's going
that
on.
will also be a part. It's not going to. That will be earlier Friday. Is that when it is?
I think it's going to be maybe the week before.
Oh, the week before.
Yeah, maybe Sunday before.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about that much, so I'm not sure.
But we'll get some more information on that and put that out there too.
Yeah, we'll get the queens, let them ride, and.
That's awesome. I love a good pageant. So.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. So set up for the parade. You need to be there around 9 a.m., 9:30?
Yeah, between 9 and 9:30, you'll be plenty. A lot of people don't want to be there at 9 and wait for an hour before the parade starts, since it starts at 10 o'clock and all. But still, you don't want to wait till the last minute, because everybody starts crowding in at once, and that makes it a little hard sometimes to do the lineup and all. But as Bobby mentioned earlier too, the guys that are bringing the classic cars and all, we're going to put them or right behind the honor guard.
I'd put them first. I'd let them go.
Yeah, we may just go ahead and put them first, and then
that way they're not restricted.
When they get down to in town, it'll just be open for them, like I said, to go down to the church to get ready for the car show and everything. So
and the lineup, if you're not familiar with the lineup, is on the north end of town, around the old high school area. It's Virginia Street. Even we've had some people. You can come in off of the old bypass and turn in at the old high school and come down what they call High School Drive, and you're out of the way, but you're close enough that you can get right in line there. So everybody's all bunched up there. So.
Or like Bobby said, we come down Virginia Street, which is where the parade starts actually anyway. But you can come directly down Virginia Street, and there'll be someone there, which I'll be one of them.
Gary will be there.
Line people up, get it organized to get the parade started and everything.
Wonderful.
I think at WAY should have a vehicle in the parade.
Yeah.
We were actually talking about that the other day in our newsroom, trying to get out and get into more parades. So I think we could do that. I think we could bring a news car out and going down the street.
Right. Okay. That'd be great.
Get us some candy. So, yep. And I'm right around the corner. So I think we could definitely swing that. Yeah. So, WOAY will be there, so you guys make sure you come out, join the parade, be there for lineup around 9 a.m., 9:30, because the parade starts at 10 a.m. And if you have a car that you would like to enter into the car show specifically, they need to be there around 11.
Yes, for the car show itself.
For the car show.
Yeah, and they can also, anybody that has any questions or about the car show or whatever, they can contact me. It's Gary Pack. My number is 304-573-6467.
Awesome. So it is September now. I know a lot of people are gearing up for Halloween, but you all are also preparing for the Christmas parade.
Correct.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, the Christmas parade is something we started 2 years. Well, the Christmas parade we started prior to that, but starting last year before last, we started the Christmas festival, and we, where we had the vendors and music and whatnot. So we try to improve with that a little more each time. Well, like we started out with the Christmas parade, then we decided to make it a little Christmas festival, and it's a great time. I mean, it's chilly, but it's a lot of fun. That's what Christmas is about, to be out there on the chilly evening and enjoying everything and whatnot. And again, for the decorating, we decorate our little town. It's
Gary.
when you drive through at night, it looks
Gary
like
decorates.
It looks like a Hallmark Christmas card. It really does.
It does.
We
and-
started last year with the stringing the lights, not across the street, but up and down the street with the multicolored lights. And it really does add. And then we'll change the colors on our poles. We will wrap those. And once again, Gary does a great job with that. He's fantastic. He does a good job. It's just like a one evening affair. The date, I think, is going to be December the 6th. We had looked at a couple dates. We're trying to get a couple more bands in, and we're competing against band festivals and stuff. But we're trying to get Woodrow Wilson to come back last year, that was a great part of the parade. And so we're trying to get them back this time, too. But yeah, we'll start, what's the parade, at 6 o'clock on that date? We'll have a few vendors come in. We have just a couple blocks that we'll rope off, and we'll be playing some Christmas music. And Santa Claus, of course, he'll show up for the kids. And that's a little ways off, but be here before you know it.
Yeah, and last year we had a fantastic parade. Last year we had a lot of floats and just different things in the parade and all. And it seemed like. Also with that, each year it gets better and bigger if the weather cooperates. And again, with the classic cars, if the weather's good, I know it's December, but bring them out, because the weather's good.
They go all out decorating their vehicles, or their 4x4s, and so it's like a light parade. It's just fun.
Yeah, and that's why we do our parade at night also, because it's with all the lights and everything in the town.
But last year it was cold.
Yeah.
It was.
I was there, and it was cold.
Really
so make
cold.
sure if you come out, bring your hot cocoa and your thermos.
I'm sure we'll have some of that there. Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Yeah, and there's always plenty of hot cocoa there and cookies and whatnot for the parade and all to warm people up and everything, and I'm sure coffee. Someone will have coffee,
And funnel cakes.
Yeah.
Funnel cakes.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta have funnel cakes.
Absolutely.
But also, as far as the decorations, it's another thing. Each year we try to add more decorations to the town. We always have been decorating the utility poles where we make them look like candy canes, but red light, white lights on each one of them, and in addition to the other pole decorations with the ribbons and whatnot. And then last year we put up, as Bobby mentioned, a lot of the old-fashioned lights. Because of the height of them, we can't zigzag them back and forth across the street, but we put them along from utility light to utility light. And last year we put up, in addition to wrapping the poles, 1,000 feet of the old-fashioned Christmas lights, and we're adding another 1,000 feet this year, heading down towards the Mountaineer Mart. So it's even going to look even better than last year, even though last year was fantastic.
Absolutely.
And I think it's encouraged a lot of people, and we have been trying to encourage them, people who live on Main Street, and not just Main Street, but all over town, to decorate more. And because of what we do with the town, each year more and more people are decorating their homes and all, and it's just, like I said, going down through Main Street and just absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely. So I can't wait to see that set up this year as well, and hopefully some of the businesses get into it as well, because now we're getting some more businesses along Main Street. We got the table there, and I know there's an appliance place across the street there. So hopefully they can get into it too, make some storefronts and do a lot of cool things with that too, to even add more to the Christmas town. So a lot of these events, the Christmas Parade and the Mount Hope Jubilee every year, are big feats, and I know you guys have an event committee, but are you all looking for more people to join or help out, or anybody to volunteer?
Yes, most certainly. I mean, all of us folks are getting older. We need some younger people.
Our committee's small. We have. We talk about Patty Logan. We should also mention Brenda Toitino, Donna Burns, Miranda Williams, Gary, and myself, and that's basically about it.
So there's about 6 of us. One time we had about 9, but for different reasons. One guy with medical problems.
Kevin Walker used to help us.
Kevin Walker due to his medical problems and all. But Yeah, we need to get a few new people to come in and give us a hand.
Awesome.
You know, it's a lot of work for about 5 people, 5 or 6.
It is. But it's fun and it's
Oh, yeah, we
rewarding.
enjoy it.
It's
Yeah, we
rewarding.
enjoy it.
Once it's over with, it was good. So,
And it's a cool way to, help out your town, like help create events for them. And I know that as a lifelong West Virginian, I know that we often say, especially when I was growing up, there's nothing to do in West Virginia. There's nothing to do here. But I mean, this gives you an opportunity to be at the forefront of things to do right in your own town, right in Mount Hope. So make sure that you guys get involved. And volunteers for the event, do you all need help with cleanup or anything, or are you good there?
Usually, as far as cleanup,
Usually the
city employees do that
Yeah.
for us. So
Yeah.
we're okay with that. But mostly, what the help is, like I said, getting the town, even for the Jubilee, getting the town decorated and getting the street set up for where we're going to put the vendors and just a little bit of all of it. But yeah, we can definitely use some
yeah,
help.
the mayor and the city crew, they do a good job as far as they'll have it ready. They'll have it all cleaned up. They'll have everything swept up. They come in after the event and they'll clean up.
Yeah.
And they help us. They'll put up our banners. Our banners are going up this week, both ends of town, advertising the Jubilee and the dates. And the guys are always willing to help out. So we got a good little crew over there. So.
Awesome. Well, shout out to the city as well, because if
Yes.
you go through the city after one of those events, it is squeaky clean. So
Yeah, those guys are right
awesome.
out there with it.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining me for Community Forum this week. And thank you guys for joining us for Community Forum this week. If you guys want to be involved as a vendor or you want to be involved in the parade, make sure that you get in touch with the Mount Hope Jubilee at the contact information on your screen, or make sure that you show up for the parade for lineup at 9 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. on that Saturday. Also, make sure that you attend the Mount Hope Jubilee, kicking off September 19th, that Friday, continuing through Saturday, September 20th. But until then, thank you guys for joining us for Community Forum. Have a happy Sunday, and we will see you next week.